thunder, lightning, mystery, suspense, bank robberies and supercriminals, a mysterious figure dressed as a bat creeping in shadows and over rooftops. No, this is not a tale of the Dark Knight, but rather one of the superhero's key influences, as confirmed in Bob Kane's autobiography. This is 1930. This is The Bat Whispers. Remakes in Hollywood are not a modern trend by any stretch. The period of the early talkies was dominated by remakes and new adaptations of revered silent films, pulling audiences back to theatres with one sly trick. Oh, the films you know and love, now shiny and new and with sound. The Bat Whispers is no exception, and was even a case of the director remaking his own work. In 1926, Roland West had already directed The Bat, but was back just 4 years later to ambitiously spice it up, not just for audiences' ears, but to further delight their eyes too. To begin with, The Bat Whispers was one of the very first films to be presented in a widescreen format, before financial woes during the Great Depression all but killed the format, until its resurgence in the 1950s to combat the increasingly popular home television. The wider aspect ratio allowed Roland West's ambitious direction to really dazzle. Many shots, including the impressive opening, feature unexpected camera movements within miniature sets, scanning and panning, and seemingly gliding through air. As explained in the book American Classic Screen Features, a technician built a lightweight 24-foot-long camera dolly that could send a camera zooming 18 feet in a fraction of a second. The work paid off, as such shots hooked the viewer from the off, and returned now and then to break up what is otherwise mostly a contained mystery inside one mansion. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself again. Here is the plot. A master criminal known as the Bat has been on a terrorizing crime spree. A major bank robbery has also occurred. Mr. Fleming, the president of said bank, has leased his large mansion out to a lady, Mrs. Van Gordner. Mrs. Van Gordner lives with her family and servants.
I stuck by you when you was a theosophist and a suffragettist. And I've seen you through socialism, Fletcherism, and rheumatism. But when it comes to spookism, I'm through. Shut up!
On a dark and stormy night, the mansion and its occupants, some of whom believe the place is haunted, are taunted and warned to leave, while a number of guests continue to arrive. A doctor? A policeman? A gardener? Who can be trusted? Who is behind all of this? Is it the Bat? Is the Bat one of these guests themselves? Links to both the Bat and the bank robbery become apparent, while rumours spread of a hidden room within the house. The distinction between horror and thriller has always been a murky one, and this film straddles both genres. The robbery plot and who-done-it structure fall very much under the banner of a crime thriller, which also gives room for the plentiful moments of comedy. Mrs. Van Gordner is a sarcastic delight, constantly putting others in their place so matter-of-factly, keeping her cool while everything turns to muck.
Now what on earth are you doing with that?
On the other hand, horror tropes continuously pop up here and there. The Ouija board, the moving painting, the strange lumbering doctor with a Lugosi-sounding accent. And of course, there is the Bat himself, a figure who mostly exists only as a raspy voice emitting out of the black, or visually in creeping shadow form. As the Bat becomes a more immediate threat, the quick transition to horror is swift and a little jarring, in a good way. All the more shocking after the scenes of levity. Plus, the Bat was doing the whole scary, heavy breathing thing way before it became fashionable in the 1970s, with Black Christmas, Halloween, and Star Wars. This film does a lot with a little, utilizing the new sound tech effectively. I already mentioned the Batman connection, which is doubly interesting after our previous insight into the Joker and 1928's The Man Who Laughs. More modern Batman content still retains much of this film's gothic feel and architecture. Also, I cannot help but feel the Bat Whispers helped influence Scooby-Doo. Witness here a chase between characters. To top it off, the film concludes with an unmasking scene where all that is missing is a snickering Great Dane. With the mystery revealed, the film comes to a natural end. But hark, that's not all. Wonderfully, the film breaks the fourth wall and informs the audience to wait just one more moment. The film's star, Academy Award-nominated Chester Morris, takes center stage to implore the audience not to spoil the film's final mystery, or else the bat will come for them next. It's a witty bow to tie up the package. It's interesting to see how spoiler-conscious they were back then too, and to see the precursor to what would become a signature style of infamous horror director-producer William Castle. William Castle frequently employed fourth wall-breaking gimmicks in the late 50s and early 60s, such as getting Vincent Price to yell at the audience to watch out for an escaped tingler was about, while certain theatre seats vibrated. That same year, Vincent Price would star in a remake of The Bat Whispers, reclaiming the original simpler title of The Bat. The Bat Whispers is a fine film, with many laughs and thrills to be had along the way. Take in the impressive miniature shots and the gothic interiors of the Fleming mansion. Get swept up in the constantly evolving plot and ever-growing cast of characters under suspicion. But most of all, enjoy that early talky way of delivering dialogue.
Here, wait a minute, I want to talk to you.